And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as the witness to all nations, and then the end will come. Matthew chapter 24 verse 14. Days before Jesus' crucifixion, he was asked what would be the sign of his coming and the end of the age. Jesus had been teaching the gospel of the kingdom to the house of Israel, but he came to his own people who did not receive him. Jesus wept over Jerusalem's continued unbelief, and his heart was in pain as he prophesied that he would not return to earth until Israel as a nation cried out, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." This was referring to his second coming to the earth as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, which will not happen until the end of the Great Tribulation. And so, with this amazing prophecy ringing in their ears, his disciples asked Jesus. Jesus told them to take heed, for there are many will come as false Christs and deceive many, but not to be troubled. For all those things must come to pass, but the end will not come immediately. He told them that they would hear of wars and rumors of wars, together with famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places. The temple will be destroyed. Nations and kingdom will rise up against each other. There will also be an explosion of false prophets and increasing martyrdom of those who believe in Jesus Christ. Lawlessness will abound and the love for many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end will be saved. One of the things Jesus Christ explained would happen, that the gospel of the kingdom would once again be the message that Israel would preach throughout the whole world as the testimony to all the nations. And then the end will come, when Jesus would return in the power and great glory to set up his earthly kingdom in Jerusalem. For thousands of years, Israel had neglected their call to be a light to lighten the Gentiles, which culminated in the rejection and crucifixion of their Messiah. But the gifts and calling of God are irrevocable. And during the coming 70th week of Daniel, that future time of Jacob's trouble, Israel as a nation will finally and fully complete their God-given responsibility as his chosen people to tell the nations of the world about Jesus Christ, the Son of God and Son of Man, the Messiah of Israel, man's kinsman, redeemer, and the savior of the world. Today, it is the gospel of grace that the church has been called to preach, a message that has been faithfully proclaimed for 2,000 years, a message that will continue to be taught to a lost and dying world until Jesus comes in the clouds to take us to be with him himself. The gospel that proclaims that Christ died for the sin of the world and he rose again and is seated at the right hand of the Father, that whosoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. The gospel of grace will continue to be taught until the end of this grace dispensation, until the time of Jacob's trouble, when the gospel of the kingdom will once again be proclaimed throughout the world. To God be the glory. God bless you.